Hello everyone and welcome back to Codemaster. Today we are diving into one of the most powerful and versatile data structures in Python, the list. If you have ever wondered how to manage and manipulate collections of data efficiently, this video is exactly what you need. We will cover everything you need to know about Python list from the basics to advanced operations. You will learn about syntax, indexing, slicing, nested list, and even powerful techniques like list comprehensions. We will also explore the common methods you will use daily when working with list. By the end of this video, you will have a solid grasp of list and the confidence to use them effectively in your projects. So what exactly is a Python list? Imagine a container that can hold a sequence of items. These items can be numbers, strings, booleans, or even other lists. A list is ordered, meaning the elements are stored in a specific sequence. It's also mutable, which means you can modify it after creation. So here's an example. This list contains a mix of integers, strings, floating point numbers, and a nested list. Python lists are incredibly flexible, which is why they are used so widely in programming. The syntax for creating a list is simple. Use square brackets and separate each element with a comma. Let's see some example. So the first one is empty list. This is the list of integers which named numbers. Then the last one is a mixed data types where integer is present, string is present, and a boolean value is present. As you can see, list can hold a variety of data types, making them ideal for dynamic and versatile data handling. Now let's talk about indexing. Every element in a Python list has a unique position called an index. The index starts at 0 for the first element. You can also use negative indexing to access element from the end of the list. So here we can see a list named fruits which contains the elements apple, banana, and cherry. So we access with positive index first. So fruits of 0, like the index will be like 0, 1 and 2. So fruits of 0 will print the output apple, and the fruits of -1, which is negative indexing, will print cherry, since the negative indexing will access the element from the end of the list. So this feature is extremely useful when working with specific elements in a list. Slicing is like cutting a cake. It lets you extract a portion of the list. So we can use the syntax as list start end step. Here's how it's work. First we initialize a list of integers numbers, then we slice with start and end. So 1 to 4 means the element from 1 up to 3 will be printing, like the index will be like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3 will be printing. Slicing is an elegant way to manipulate parts of your data without altering the original list. Python list come with built-in methods to make your life easier. Let's explore some. So these are some of the common Python list methods we use. So first one is append, which add an element to the end of the list. The second is extend, which add multiple elements to the list. The insert method is used to add an element at a specific position. Remove method is used to remove the first occurrence of a value. Pop will remove and return an element. The sort will sort the list. So let's see examples of each of these. First, append adds a single element to the end of the list. Here the list is 1, 2, 3, and when we use the append function like numbers, the array, the list dot append 4, which will result in a output like this 1, 2, 3 and 4. The extend function will add multiple elements to the end of the list, like this is a list of 5, 6, which add both the 5 and 6 to the list. So the output will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, then it will print 5 and 6. Next is remove, which deletes a specific element. So here the list is apple, banana and cherry. We will remove banana so that the output should look like apple and cherry. This is the output of it. The next one is pop method, which will pop the element in the specified index. For example, here we pop the element at the index 0, which is apple. So it will pop the element and the output should only contain cherry in it. The next method is sort, which sorts the list. For example, here the list is unsorted, so we will sort the list using the sort method. So the output should be sorted like 1, 2, 3 and 4. The next is reverse method, which will reverse the list. So if the element is 1, 2, 3, 4, it will reverse, like print backwards, like 4, 3, 2 and 1. So next is iterating through a list. To work with list, you will often need to iterate through them. So here's an example of a simple iteration. So the list is apple, banana and cherry. So for fruits in fruits, which means the elements in this list will print fruits, which is each element will be printed. So output should be like apple, banana and cherry. So we can also use the enumerate keyword to get both the index and the value. So by using the enumerate, we can get both the index and the value. Next is list comprehension. It is a concise way to create list. So this code here represents to create a list of squares. The first example calculates square of numbers from 0 to 4. The second example includes only numbers divisible by 2. Nested lists are lists within list. They are often used to represent matrices or grids. So here is an example. Here matrix of 0, 1 access the second element of the first list, which is 2. Nested lists are powerful for organizing complex data. And that wraps up our session on Python list. Let's take a moment to recap what you have learned today. You have mastered the basics of Python list, their syntax and how to create them. You now understand indexing and slicing, allowing you to access and manipulate list elements effortlessly. We explored common list methods to modify data, and we studied list comprehensions for concise coding, and even covered nested list for handling multi-dimensional data. With this knowledge, you are ready to take on more advanced challenges. Speaking of which, in our next video, we will tackle basic array problems in Python, where you will learn to solve practical coding challenges step by step. If you found this session helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Codemaster and share it with others on the same learning journey. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy coding.